Hey guys, it's your girl Fuzz and welcome back to another Stardew Valley video. You guys asked for it and wanted to see more layout videos, so here's one of my suggestions for the Four Corners farm. Let's get into it. Asked during my Twitch stream if you guys wanted to see more layout videos and you guys were so down for it. And in my YouTube comments, you guys wanted to see more of the other farms and the layouts that I would choose for them. So for today's video, we're going to go straight into the Four Corners farm. But we'll admit this is my first time doing it, so judgments is allowed. Just a little disclaimer, I did decide to use creative mode to make sure that all my buildings were down. If you wanted to see my very first layout video, which I do recommend, I'll make sure to put it in the annotations above, not like what I said last week, and I'll definitely put it in the description below. So first, I decided to lay out the 4 different sides. I wanted it to work as one side for farming, one side for animals, one side for trees, and an extra area to use as I please. So as always, I had to clear the farm from top to bottom, leaving nothing. I then started with flooring. For this farm, I thought this brick layout would suit the farm. I placed them around as a rough idea so I could see what kind of space was left for my buildings and crops. I connected it all around the farm, going along the side edges. I left this little space in the front of the greenhouse to possibly showcase a honey farm. Well, that was the intention. I then chose the top left corner as my farming area. I wanted to place down iridium sprinklers the way I had done them in my previous farm, so I can ensure that I have 400 crops to grow. This was the result, but I couldn't feel the vibe from this. If this is of interest, you're welcome to use it, although I wanted more floor pieces around my crops, so I decided against this idea and removed them all. So I placed some flooring next to my house for a place for 4 sheds, as I used the top right side of my farm for crops instead. I used some stepping stone as I think it's a very cute idea alongside the brick. I placed a total of 8 iridium sprinklers for a total of 192 crops for this section, and this was the result, which I was really happy by. After removing my sprinklers on the top left side of the farm, I decided to place some flooring around the top left section and try to make everything even when placed down. I was able to place 10 iridium sprinklers to fit in this area, meaning I had 240 crops to be planted here to grow a total of 432 crops instead. This bottom right side section felt like a tree and honey area, so first I placed down a fence for a tree farming area because I'm always in need of wood. Even though they can be placed off the farm to farm for wood, such as the railroad area and the quarry, sometimes I get lazy. So this works for me. And then I set up a bee house area. I placed 1 quality sprinkler for flowers and 20 bee houses. Looking fabulous, bees! Then, of course, the right side section was filled with a column of each type tree available, so maple, oak, and pine. I filled the remaining space with stepping stones because I really liked this idea, and this is what the final area looked like, which I liked a lot. Then that left the bottom left side section, and I left that for my animals. I made a section using fences and gates to keep them indoors and placed a coop, a barn, and a silo. During the process of building these, I did build 4 sheds next to my house, and this is what they look like. I filled this middle section with a little flower garden to farm. I also placed fences all around the place to make the farm look like it was all matching. This is what the top right area looked like, with a little section on the right for some lightning rods. This is what my tree and bee house area looked like a few days after making it. Everything looked like it was coming together nicely. This is the bottom left side section of the farm when the silo, coop, and barn were fully built. I left the grass to grow to let the animals eat from it since it's their preference. I wanted to use this bottom area here for ponds, but Robin and her slow butt was taking forever to build things. So this is what the top area looked like in the meantime. Hey there, are you enjoying the video? Why not consider leaving a like? If you want to see more Stardew Valley videos, why not consider subscribing? And click on that bell to keep yourself notified. I wanted the Janemo huts placed as well, but I needed to either complete the community center or the Jojamart program. So whilst I was figuring out my life right there, Robin is responsible for upgrading my sheds in the meantime. I had 2 sheds full of kegs for a total of 268 wines or juices to create. 1 shed was full of crystallariums. It was a total of 129 minerals that could be reproduced here. My preference is diamonds for residents and to sell, so I make a lot of these. Ruby can be traded at the desert trader for spicy eel, super useful for the Skull Cave, jade for the staircases that you can purchase from the Desert Trader every Sunday, emerald which can be used to buy cheese from the Desert Trader every Friday, and amethyst just for fun. The last shed is used for storage and any other machines I want to place down, including furnaces, preserve jars, recyclers, and charcoal kilns, just in case I had some extra wood to make more coal. Finally, 4 ponds were built by Robin to the bottom left of the farm. I placed a lava eel, super cucumber, rainbow trout, and void salmon in them. I was hoping to change the void salmon to a stingray from Ginger Island later on in my progress for Ginger Island items. Then, after completing my life decision, I got my hands on Janemo huts. I only wanted 2 on the top left of my farm, so that the farm in front of my farmhouse could be picked by me, whilst the other crops were being picked by the Janemos. Then it was obelisk time. Obelisks replace warp totems, and even though they're expensive, they're a great late game item to teleport you to the places that your warp totem can take you. Since Ginger Island was still in progress to open up, I placed the mountain, ocean, and desert obelisk while I worked on getting the Ginger Island open and the island obelisk to become available. When it was placed, it was all done. As I made Robin work on my stable to the right of my farmhouse, here is the final product. This is the farm from the top right. Very nice, very nice. These are my shares. I'll show them off really quickly. They still need a design for the walls and floors inside, but with my indecisive butt, I decided to keep them the way they are. Here at the final obelisk place, I like them in the middle of the farm. I think it really worked well with the placement of everything else. This was the farm to the top left. I wanted to leave the crops, but the Janemos kind of beat me to it. I really like the look of the layout, and I'm glad that I chose this instead. Here is my little animal farm area to the bottom left. I placed some flooring so it matched with the rest of the farm, and of course the ponds are down here too. I could place more flooring, but I kind of got lazy, but I also preferred them with this naked look. And of course to the bottom right, I have my tree and bee house area with everything grown and ready to use. I was deciding to replace my tree farming area with another syrup tree area, but start with this instead. As a little bonus, this is my greenhouse interior. I use this layout all the time, so there wasn't much of a tour that I could show here, but I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about today's video, you want to see another Stardew Valley video, why not comment it down below and you'll see a comment from me. You can catch me live on twitch.tv/Fuzzarino. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Take care.